Hello, my name is Victoria Bryant. I'm a City of McKinney resident, a leadership trainer, and a water aerobics instructor. I consider myself to be a veteran of the surgical wars, if there were such a thing, because I've had many major surgeries in my life, in hospitals all over the country, some not so good, some pretty good, and a few really great. As far as I'm concerned, Victory Medical Center is the best. And I'm really glad to have the opportunity to just talk about why I think that and what a great experience I've had as a patient here. First, I'd like to say that the competence and the coordination that goes on in the staff of this hospital is really fantastic. Of course, I'm a fan of my personal orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Joe McNutt. He's the medical director here. He and his wife, Kim, play a big part in what I've been through the last 4 months, which is 2 knee replacement surgeries, which had a great outcome. I love my new knees, and this hospital played a huge part in the recovery process from my knee operations. One of the reasons that I'm so high on the coordination that departments here do among one another is that I remember for my second surgery going into the operating room. I was awake when they were taking me in, and I had this feeling like I was a car in a NASCAR race pulling into the pit for repair, because this whole crowd of people descended upon me with each of them their job to do, and I felt like really attended to in the surgery. Afterwards, the relationship that you have here with, as a patient, with the nursing staff who takes care of you afterwards, again, you just feel so attended to. As opposed to other hospitals I've been in, when people here say, "If there's anything I can do for you, please let me know," it's not just a phrase coming out of their mouths. They really mean it, and they really act on it. Here, you don't have to push your nurse call button and wait for 45 minutes wondering if anyone will ever come to help you. Here, within 30 seconds, there's a person in your room saying, "Miss Bryant, what is it that you need?" Or "How can I help?" And I just really appreciated that. Another thing I appreciate about this facility is that they have some extraordinary financial arrangements that they'll enter into with you as a patient in partnership with whoever your insurance company is, so that you never are hit with unexpected costs afterwards that you don't know how to handle. I really appreciated that. And they do a great job. They give you a person called a case manager. Pam Brown was mine. And she did great interface with the insurance company and with the rehab hospital that I was going to be going to after a few days after my surgery. She took care of all of the issues that I, as a patient, don't want to have to worry about in that 3 days I'm in the hospital. I want to focus on getting well and feeling better. I don't want to focus on, is my insurance going to cover this or that or the other thing? And she did a great job handling that for me. A third thing that I really like about this place is that people have a real attitude of serving, and they do it by showing caring and kindness to a great degree. It's very warm, it's very personable, it's very kind, and to a person who works here, they are encouraging and they're smiling. You know, there's no person who walks into your room with a sullen attitude or coming out of a gossipy conversation in the hall about why they wish they didn't work here. None of that is present. It's a pleasant place, and a place where people are really committed to you as a patient having the best possible healing process that you can have. Especially, I like the fact that the nursing staff clearly planned it so that during the night you did not get interrupted every 15 minutes with people trying to do things to you. They came in a few times in the night when it was absolutely necessary, And when they came in, a whole bunch of people did what they needed to do so that you could get back to sleep and back to healing. Had excellent physical therapy here while I was in the hospital. Physical therapists came, I thought it was like the day after my surgery. I'm not sure, I was a little foggy at that time, but people were there to help me to start rebuilding my muscles around my knees and helping me to learn to walk around the nurse's station 3 times before I could get back into bed, and teaching me exercises so that I would get better. After that, the Peak Therapy is an outpatient therapy organization that's right here in this same facility, and they helped me afterwards, after I was out of rehab and the hospital, to get better really fast. One of the things that I wondered about coming into the hospital was would I be faced with a place where they had hospital food? And the answer is no. This was more like a fine resort. You could choose off of a menu what you would eat, and I decided to use the time I was in the hospital as a kickstart to losing some weight and eating more healthy, and the food was absolutely delicious. Another aspect of the facility here that I like so much is that they have a precision about the way they execute their processes so that you never wonder if the right hand knows what the left hand is doing here. They communicate so well that you really feel like things are under control, they're managed, and you're being cared for in a thoughtful and precise way. They're also prepared for you to arrive as a patient. The morning that you come for your surgery, they greet you by name. Every person you meet in the next 45 minutes and an hour as you're preparing for surgery greet you by name. They know why you're here. They're ready to handle things, and they make the admissions process very easy. I guess if I were going to summarize overall what it is that I liked so much about Victory, I think about how in my life major surgeries are, for me, they're a major event. My life has to go on hold while the surgery process happens and the healing process, and so it is a big deal. And even with faith in God and in the doctors that I have, I enter those events personally with some degree of concern and some level of anxiety. And the question in my mind, will I be okay as this process unfolds? Going through surgery is you come out feeling very vulnerable, especially the first week or so after. And because of the quality of care that I got here at Victory and the quality of the staff that work here, I can really say that I've never felt in a hospital, never felt as safe and secure and so truly cared for as I felt at Victory. That makes me kind of emotional now that I think about it, but I really was well cared for before, during, and after the surgery. The kindness that people showed gave me a new level of confidence about entering into a full recovery and getting back to my life, which is, the whole purpose of surgery is to get your life back, right? And they really gave me confidence in doing that.